Hey guys, I'm GreenFly, welcome back. I am doing the second one of pretty much the sketchbook journey. That's why I've decided to call this little series that I'm pretty much doing, of completing this sketchbook. Pretty much in the last video I did the cover to pretty much signify the beginning of this sketchbook. I pretty much want to finish the sketchbook, and like I said, I'm going to be uploading one a week of this along with some other stuff. And yeah, I pretty much have this complete, and it pretty much just entices me to do more and more art that I kind of want to do. So yeah, I'm just going to pretty much jump into this. The theme that I've decided to go for is something space, almost like spaceships and all this. I almost forgot, before I do this one, if you have any ideas of themes that I should do in this sketchbook, don't feel me to not put anything down in the comments. Like, what theme should I maybe do in the sketchbook in the past? Who knows, maybe if you comment, I might actually do it. But yeah, let's jump into this, shall we? Space. Some may call it the final frontier. Some call it infinity and beyond. I know a few little references, quite a few space references. I like space. Space is fun, space is interesting. You get a lot of very cool sci-fi spaceships from tons and tons of franchise. So many designs. Some that look like that are brand new. Some that look like that old rust buckets just barely holding together. And some are pretty much put together by companies from other different games that I've played. But yeah, I really like space. Space is really cool. It is awesome. So I had no doubt what I was going to draw. I was going to go for spaceship. Spaceship of my own design. Had to look at a few things from, like, we've got pretty much Star Wars, got things from like Star Trek, Outer Worlds had a few kind of interesting designs in that as well. But there's just so many games, films about different kind of ships and whole what they're gonna look like. Some are sleek, some are bulky, some are in between. It's really cool how many designs of ships there are, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna be able to go one that's kind of like in between of it's a singular person, stuff like that, and it's pretty much this person flying around the galaxy with his ship that is like made of like bits of scrap. It looks fast, but it also looks like it's had some wear and tear through the years of the space traveling. And I mean, let's be honest, when you get to the point of space traveling when there's like different planets and all this and asteroids and all this, you've got a lot. And hell, you never know if there's going to be some bandits or space pirates trying to take things from you, or heck, just want to kill you for fun. That's just, you know, has some interesting things can go. But I always like space. Space is such an awesome thing. I don't know, there's just so many possibilities. It's fantastic. But what I do, at least I am going for, and overall for this sketch, is this allows me to pretty much go for especially bits of detail that I like to kind of practice and all that. Like I'm really getting into a lot more of, quite a few people starting to know me now for definitely things for like my mechanical detail, and because I've done a few things now, that like the giant mecha pony that was extremely detailed. Did a few other commissions that have been like mech robots and all this, and I just like doing them. They can be really cool, and this just allows me to try a few different shapes and techniques and stuff like that. At the end of the day, this is a sketchbook. This thing doesn't have to look the best or amazing. What it's allowing me to pretty much do is practice with all these different themes, all these different shapes and stuff like that. It's also good practice, especially when you're drawing, having to do like straight lines of like some machinery, especially to make them look robotic. And, you know, most robotic is like quite square. There's obviously, you get some robots that are like very sleek and very like almost the point like they're like too perfect, like very futuristic, but you'll get that very classic giant mecha robots with all the intricate little details and all that sort of goodness. So as you can see here, very closely I'm showing you here is some of the tiny little mechanical details I like to just make up to make it look like, so when you see this and so like, oh, that looks really cool. That's actually also looks like the ship's inner workings, and yeah, it just gives it that little bit of extra detail and goodness. So pretty much, when I was just drawing this, I just kept adding bits. Like, I was trying to think of what would some kind of lone wanderer or ranger or bounty hunter have. They would probably try to add as many parts to the ship that they would think they would need. Like, maybe need something that's going to be able to, you know, destroy asteroids really quick, or be able to make maneuvers, or maybe for God knows they're in some very dark areas that are extremely difficult to see. I mean, there are some parts that you really need almost everything, like, so I just try to attach as much as things as possible. Lasers, some missiles, maybe some components for like grappling hooks, you know, just little bits things, you know, those tiny wee bits. But yeah, with this, I really enjoyed doing this. This was a lot of fun doing this one. I know I say that a lot, but I do. I really have fun doing the mechanical details and all this and whatnot. It's fun. It's a lot of fun. And with this, because it's a sketch, I can just dabble and try some new things, see what look good, see what maybe that things aren't going to be perfect. Because let's be honest, this doesn't have to be perfect. This is a sketchbook, and I like to try a few things, and that's what's cool. Okay, so for the last finishing touches for this, I decided to crack out some new pens that I got given. I actually got given a bunch of new pens, some very light grey and dark grey ink pens, and I'm like, you know what, that's perfect. I get to try them out. I also got handed a purple pen as well, and I'm like, yeah, okay, we can play with these. We can play with these, see what they feel like. So, first time actually using these ones, they definitely felt a bit different, a bit thicker. They kind of like bend a little bit, but they're almost quite firm, like an actual fine liner. A little bit, but yeah, some definitely interesting feeling for these brushes. But I mean, they're pens, they're ink pens, but they have the nibs of like almost brushes in a way. I think I'll definitely use these for some future sketches, that's for sure. And yeah, it's just fun to dabble about, especially with some new ink pens and that, because there are so many different ones. There's like, you've got things like 0.1, or like you've got ones that are like 10, or you've got brush ones, or you've got grey ones, or you've got different colors. There's so many different ones. But I was really vibing the purple, so I thought, you know what, let's have some purple jet engine blast coming from the back of it. I think that'd make it just look a bit standard a little bit. So the last thing I decided to do is I wanted to make this look like it was going fast. So tried the grey one out as well. So I had a lighter grey, dark grey, there's quite a few different greys. And just did some lines, the old-fashioned lines. Like, I'm not going for a full background, I'm just trying to make it look a bit more cooler, so at least I can look and go, ooh, that looks pretty cool. So pretty much as I get very close to finishing the final details of this ship, you guys showed your support on the first one, and I appreciate it. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much, guys. It has been awesome. Thank you so much. Like I said, if you have a theme that you'd like me to draw for like the next page, feel free to drop it down in the comments. I would very much appreciate it. I've got some other themes. I've got ideas on the top of my head that I could definitely do, that I'm looking forward to doing those ones. Definitely try to do ones that I not really done before, you know, ones that are different. Who knows? Would it be... And you put it down, pretty much. But, yeah, who knows? Maybe I'll do it, maybe I won't. But, if I do see one, I will generally do it. Hey, if it's something I haven't done, then great. It means it's extra practice. This is what this is about. Trying things I don't usually draw and going for it. But, anyway... Thank you guys so much for watching this. This has been fun. This has been amazing. So far, I am enjoying doing this, filling this sketchbook in. And I actually look forward to opening the next page and drawing the next thing. It has been a blast. I can just draw whatever I want. But yeah, if you throw some themes in there for the comments, that would be awesome. Because, hey, the more themes, the merrier. Anyway, guys, thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe if you want to see more of this. I'll see you guys later. GreenFly out.